remember what happens in this part. Do you guys remember this game?
The best level in the game. The best level in the game is about to happen.
Did I include the same cutscene twice? God damn it.
That is what you did.
Well, in case you forgot what happened last time.
Time travel, baby.
I swear I wasn't setting that up to play the same thing again.
All right, here we go.
Whoops. Okay.
Well, now we can talk about other things we forgot to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Like how cool Shadow is.
Shadow is so cool. Look at this animation and look at the camera angles.
I'm going like, blah.
Like, it does make you go, wow, they actually used things in these cutscenes.
They figured out how to actually do cinematography now.
Well, right. It's so
things
much
happen in these cutscenes. It's crazy.
It is more interesting. Yeah.
Okay, no. Frontiers did cinematography well. It's just the fact that they couldn't figure out the character animation most of the time. But now they've got character animation down pat here.
Right. Like, I wonder if they brought someone in, or if they were just like, oh, we finally have money to focus on that now, thanks to Frontiers.
Also, I realized that Black Doom's hands remind me of Drex. It's the same kind of like 3-finger thing, and also a little bit like a turd, like a TMNT. It's the same kind of like turtle fingers.
True. Oh, hey, I remember these guys.
All right, these guys, they showed up, and we were gonna see what happened.
They're so cool, man.
I have a.
It's just like.
Huh?
Sorry. Go
I just have
ahead.
a divisive question for you guys. Would you rather every 5 years getting something like a Frontiers, or every 2 years getting something like this?
Oh. If it's one or the other, that's a hard question.
Every 3 years, get something in the middle.
Okay.
That's good.
Fuck you.
Okay.
What if every year we just get heroes?
It's a rough question because, like, I think this is a much better game all in all. But I do still like Frontiers for what it is. Like, I think it's more than some of its parts. I like how, air quote, grand it feels by comparison, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, I guess I'd pick the good games more frequently, though. if I had to pick.
Yeah, because Frontiers isn't perfect, but like it has that scope, it has the scale. It's a pretty like lengthy thing. Like Shadow Generations is like, yeah, it's like all the level, everything in it is done great, but it's also really short. So it's like
it's longer if you're trying to get everything. Like somewhere between 20 and 30 hours if you want to try to get it all.
Right, and I guess if they were just doing it straight up, then they wouldn't have to devote any time to porting another game at the same time. So you would maybe get a slightly bigger, a slightly longer. This.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
Although what wasn't I mean, like there's a question of was Sonic Generations added in because they knew Shadow Generations wasn't going to be as full of a game. So they were kind of like let's put the other game in to basically kind of like to give the game more value. Like it's not a 4-hour game; it's a 4-hour plus a couple extra, and then plus another 4 to 6 hour game. It's like it gives it more time. Like again, like it's a weird question of because of the whole debate of money versus time. That's like there's never a good answer for.
I think
we're right back to the Sonic Unleashed to Sonic Colors era with that question. Yeah.
I think in
the best level in the
fashion,
game anyway.
because this is our favorite level in the whole game, we should not talk about it at all.
Oh right,
okay.
You don't do that.
We should get some silver medal. Where the Gamergate points?
I've been playing Vampire Survivors again lately. That's pretty cool. I like that game.
All right, how do you survive in that game?
Oh well, you see. You gotta dodge enemy attacks, and not let them hit you. It's crazy.
Oh,
Squid's okay. I wish Squid. Sorry, what is that? Doomsurf? I wish Doomsurf had a boost. Stefan said Squid, and I just accepted it.
I figure there's a cool kind of I guess it's a meta where like you jump off like a little portion of like a side and then you boost off and then you can boost when you first hit the.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's cool. Look at that.
You can boost once when you first land on the water. So if you slightly bounce off of like a piece of debris, you can like blast yourself in the air and then get another there's some really cool tech you can do with the Doom Surf when you know how to use it.
Oh, I am one
Speaking of cool,
Right, what
the
does-
camera angle on that pointless little path we just took, from the original game, makes it look so much cooler.
I was trying to remember
Oh, the glass.
what does Shadow say? He's not a tricked out hedgehog. What is it where he's talking about how he has a Motorola and a
Oh.
Razor and
What?
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
the interview where he talks about also eating Hot Pockets and he's like,
Oh,
The McDonald's one?
no, it was it's like a one-up gamer interview or something.
oh, so the one came out during
Oh.
Shadow where he's like, "Oh, I'm investigating my past." That
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Oh.
And he's
you're
like,
like,
"Oh,
oh,
maybe I've seen that.
he's
you
like,
have.
my favorite game is Madden."
Right, his
I think he
favorite game is
mentioned-
Madden and he loves Call of Duty or something.
Burnout. He says Burnout.
I did not know you
Oh,
would go over
shit, I
there.
love
What
Shadow.
the fuck?
We're gaming.
Oh, you are gaming.
Alternate pathways.
And I'm like,
This
when
level is
he talks
so
about all of
good.
the tech he has, I'm trying to remember, does he say he's one
Why don't you just pull up the
tricked out
interview and
hedgehog?
look?
Yeah,
'Cause it
David, we
doesn't-
don't know. We're stupid. God, I know we kind of joked about it, but this kind of, man, if they just remade 06 and was like, well, it's like this now, I'd be like, okay, here's $60.
I gotta-
I'll pay for your stupid digital deluxe edition and complain about it, but still give you money.
Would
Let's go.
Silver have a boost?
Oh, probably.
Yeah,
It wouldn't go
yeah,
as
he-
fast, right?
Not as
But-
fast, but still, it'd be great if you had one.
Yeah, no,
I love
because you could just have him do like his it's a psychokinesis flying thing, but he does it on the ground. It's like, yeah, he could easily you can easily just give him a boost and it'll work. And you don't have to animate him a running animation for him too. It'd be easy.
Shadow's boost pose is kind of already a silver boost pose.
See, I told you this whole game is just
Whoa,
a
you got hit.
prototype
Ow.
of Silver.
Right, now, he's not a tricked out hedgehog, he is a hooked up hedgehog. That's what I was because
Okay.
the gadgets he owns: PSP, Nintendo DS, iPod, and a Razer cell phone. I am
Dude,
one.
I don't know how Shadow could play a PSP. His gloves would just cover the entire thing.
Whoa! If this interview is canon, then now we know what year these games take place, David. Because he has a
Oh,
Razer
David.
cell phone.
He has a Razer. Well, but
And
in
the
Sonic
DS.
but in Sonic 4 Episode 1, Sonic has an
Shadow
iPhone.
wasn't in that game.
Oh.
But that would mean
Well,
and so if we're
wait.
going, yeah.
There was a Razer re-release. Maybe Shadow has the Razer re-release and he's rocking an iPhone 15.
Oh, maybe.
Sonic is.
Unless
I
this is
hate myself.
unless
Why
this
would
is
we do that?
Shadow, I don't know. You gotta.
Every anniversary game moves the timeline up 10 years. So in Sonic Adventure
Oh.
2 takes place, Sonic 1 takes place in 2001. By generations, Sonic 1 takes place in 2011.
Don't like it.
It's like, yeah, that's what happens.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
I was looking at myself sadly looking around for Big the Cat there and going, all right, he's
No,
not
you
here
just
yet.
Oh, show no mercy. Oh, okay. Powerful mutations. Seek more gears. Find more power.
Crush enemies.
Oh, okay. So Sonic hasn't gotten to City Escape yet.
I like all the character dialogue. I like talking to these
Aw.
little freaks.
She's a valuable asset. Aw.
Maybe Omega has a little bit of a Rouge crush.
Yeah, you're gonna try and talk with them,
Yeah.
and no.
Yes. Right. It's all the same.
Well, their
all both
dialogue
depend,
changes
right?
every 20 volts.
That's right. You gotta
Yeah.
get those bolts.
Oh, let me do part 7. Oh, man.
Oh, spoilers for how many parts this is.
Yeah.
That's a spoiler.
You can't let anyone know.
Oh, you didn't take the top path. Ah.
Sorry, guys. In part 8, we'll do it.
Now he's taking the middle path, so it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, because this game's mid as fuck, bro.
Oh. You could do oh, you could do a let's play where you just show every path for every level.
Oh.
Okay, here's something mid about the game. The music is just all right. Like,
Ooh, hot take.
the music, it's good. It's just there's no track that I thought, like, Generations has some amazing remix tracks. I think this one is just like, they're all right. Like, it's again, I'm gonna compare this to Crash and Spyro, where I thought Crash and Sane Trilogy had some amazing remixes while Spyro's were just like, yeah, they're fine. It's like they're decent remixes, but nothing I would say is inherently superior to the originals.
Right. Is this soundtrack out on CD yet?
I think you can pre-order it. I don't know if it's like out yet, but
Oh,
there are plans.
there.
Yeah, I agree with you, Stefan. Actually, completely. I think it's totally all right. You know, there are a couple remixes I really like that Radical Highway Black Doom version thing where it's super EDM-y or whatever. But yeah, overall, I'm like, yeah, okay. I had higher hopes for most of it after Frontiers.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that. It was that limited run pre-order ultimate set that has the CD.
Oh God. Right. Did anyone order that?
That company's a ticking time bomb. So I was like, yeah, I think I'll save $200.
It's like, 'cause
Who needs it?
the problem is that it's like it's not, because like they were like, oh, it's not coming out until sometime next year. So I'm like, yeah, like if it was a day and date release, then I probably would have splurged and got all that, because there's a lot of cool stuff. I think it's like, and it was like 200 for it was $250. So I'm like, you know what?
Help.
That might have been worth it, but again, like, because it's the fact that, oh, you have to wait until the following year. It's like, okay, no, I'm not gonna pre-order for this game that's already out, that won't come out for a while. It's like, yeah.
Well, didn't they say that if you
guys-
pre-ordered it, you'd get the game when it comes out, and you just have to wait for all the extra stuff?
Lame.
So,
Anyway, it's $23 in CD Japan. If you want the soundtrack?
oh, okay. Right. I always go, oh, I should buy a soundtrack, and then I never do.
It's fun to have them. Gotta say.
I remember when we drove to Georgia that one time. You had them all.
Oh man.
In a CD
Right.
wallet. And I was like, whoa, you have all these just sitting in a car.
Yeah, that was a time. I bought them all from the guy who would rip them and share them online. So my copies are tainted and very illegal.
Oh, yeah.
in a way.
Oh.
I bought a.
They're historically important that you.
Yeah,
you're-
right. Like the mid 2000s Sonic CD soundtracks.
I brought
most of the ones online are for these.
I brought my Sonic Adventure
Wow.
2 soundtrack to England when I met Gareth, and he looked at it and said, "This is not official." And it turns out it was bootleg, but man, it was an excellent bootleg. It looked really good.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. It's
Yeah,
just like
that-
when I got Sonic Adventure soundtrack. I didn't know until like years later that it was a bootleg, but definitely was. Definitely
Yeah,
fake
I-
because it's missing things. Well, like stickers and stuff.
I wanted to get one of the CDs. It's just the fact that it's really hard. Like, unless you're ordering online, it's like, I don't know where to find. Like, it's like there's no real easy place to find them. It's like then, and even then, like at this point, like I even though I like collect certain CDs, my main thing is vinyl. So it's like if I get a chance to find like vinyl, that kind of stuff, that's what I grab, because like they put a bunch of the Sonic soundtracks on vinyl. So I what do I have? I got the Colors one that came out fairly recently, because I found it for a cheap price.
Right.
Isn't Spinball on vinyl?
I think it is, yeah.
I think, yeah, I have that. I think from Data Discs. Yeah.
Ah, man, that must sound so good on vinyl. The options music.
I almost got the Frontiers one, but it was only the it was only the what do you call it, the overworld. It was only the
Sliding
overworld
stuff?
tracks,
Yeah.
and I was like, if it
Yeah.
had all of the songs in it, then that would have been a
Frontiers
no-brainer.
was like a
But, just the
6-disc soundtrack, so imagine how many vinyls that would be.
Oh God,
Yeah.
right. So if a CD, like,
I know the
there'd
only
be at least like 12 to 14.
Something like that.
Vinyl?
Yeah.
the only
Yeah.
the vinyl that has only the overworld songs, that one is like, I think 2 or 4. It's like 2 or 4 vinyl records.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of vinyl. Now imagine if it was all on 78s.
This is a good level.
Yeah.
I
I
wanna
guess you're
make
not
us
going
look
up
at it
there.
twice.
Wow, he's doing it. Shadow's doing it.
And I know you already died and restarted, but what I like about this changes is that instead of like where original generations, you can't get an S rank if you've died once. This one you can, even if you died, if you got enough points, you can still get an S rank.
Whoa, how'd you know that's why I totally left that in? Stefan, you're a mind reader.
Yeah, no, because I did that because I think I died at some point, so I'm like, damn, I'm not going to get the S rank, and then I beat it and I still got the S rank. I'm like, oh, they changed it. Good.
Right, it's all about the speed.
What?
There he is.
Oh.
Target sighted.
Hey, I made it into another game.
Big the cat is going to catch time corrupted fish.
Oh man.
Is this how we got? Oh, I was about to say, is this how we got the Frontiers? But then Final Horizons, like, oh, that was a fake big.
Well, I don't know.
No.
I don't know if I will accept that. Sage could be lying. Sage could be wrong.
Yeah.
Ian didn't write the DLC, so I don't take it as canon. I'll say it.
Right. He didn't write those lines. He didn't write
Oh,
the.
okay. All right, then yeah. Then,
He
then
wrote. I think he wrote like the main body, like the main cutscenes, but he didn't write any of that flavor text. Hey, have you seen
Not canon.
Oh, you haven't.
He's so sad.
I know he's here somewhere, but hey, I said the line that I in the box.
The really dramatic version of your theme makes it kind of scary, though.
Hey, do you? Oh. Shadow's like, no, I'll
too
never
bad."
go fishing.
And then
I'll
Maria's
never
like,
complete the
oh, but
Fishipedia."
I love
Painful.
fishing. And then Shadow's like, okay, I guess I do like.
Whoa.
I'll never admit it.
Soliana.
Oh. Hey, remember Soliana? Oh, wait. I mean, we don't.
Well, this is the Omega that has the Chaos Emerald. He remembers that.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Well, I mean, it's not like Soliana doesn't exist. People would know it's
Sure.
there.
Yeah. Soliana is a place.
I've been there.
This
Oh, yeah?
this Omega also says he doesn't have a Chaos Emerald.
No, Steven.
It's his dialogue.
Well, but no, yeah,
These,
but also
these Ian
Omega.
Flynn haters just bend reality. I don't get it.
Ian wrote it.
Right. Right, because
God,
they do
Ian.
introduce like a whole cutscene where they go, oh, we have a fake emerald so Sonic can have an emerald while Shadow's meant to still have an emerald during Shadow's story.
Yeah.
And then to be like, well, Omega also just has one and it doesn't matter would get very...
Well, but
No,
but also
well, he can't take it out. He was told not to
but
by Rouge.
the
David.
events of Rouge giving him the Chaos Emerald was written out of it, like that never happened.
No.
So
It's in
Nope,
a, it's
just
in a
pulled into
separate,
that
it's
time
in a
loop.
separate timeline.
It's it right, so that is a... Oh, so that's
It's
the 8th
true.
Chaos Emerald, and so if Shadow
Chris is
had simply
proposing this
talked
is-
to that Omega...
Chris is proposing that since we can travel back to that timeline where Mephiles is, that this Omega's from that timeline. I see.
And this also explains Sonic the Fighter's 8th Chaos Emerald.
Oh, I get it.
well, considering that Omega also says that he was looking, that he like right before he got sucked up, he was hunting down one of Eggman's bases, and then
Well, he got bored for a little bit.
he's not hanging out in a forest in Italy.
I just assume Omega's always doing that.
All right, I mean, if
Oh,
Omega's like, I just gotta hold on to this emerald for 500 years, like, he's gonna do something else during that time.
I have a hot take question, actually.
Ooh.
Hold on. Since there's a level on screen at the moment. I have a
right.
hot take question.
a
I've
good
seen
level.
people say this is like the best level in the game, and I'm like, this is a Sonic Forces level. If we didn't like it in that game, why? And I'm not like, it's literally a Sonic Forces level. I mean, the layout is literally a Sonic Forces level.
Yeah, no, I was literally gonna say, am I the only one when I started playing this level? I'm
Am I the only
like,
one?
man, this level is a lot linear than the other levels.
All right.
Right.
I
I'm like, it's fun. It's cool. I like this bit a lot. This is real neat.
This
but
is a cool bit. I think part of why it feels better is because it's a normal length, and Forces, you know, it would start and you'd be like, oh yeah, this might be good, but then it's over. And so
it's
every level
certainly a
felt
longer
half.
level.
Right, every level felt half as long as it should be, but here, it's a full length, and I think that kind of helps to redeem it. And so even if a lot of the level design is just Forces,
Straight
maybe
lines.
it's also like, hey, it's yeah, there is a lot of straight lines, but I think also
And also the fact that this is the only level like this makes it more palatable than every level being like this in Forces.
I think my complaint is that Twitter built it up too much, and when I got to it, I was like, "Oh, okay."
I mean, look, this is a straight line.
I
More
do
reason
think
to
that
not go
this
on
is probably
Twitter.
I think the weakest level for me. Because I think I like Chaos. I mean, Chaos Island and Radical Highway are like the next two of like the bottom three. and like top 3 are Kingdom Valley, Rail Canyon, and Ark.
Wow, we have opposite opinions. Interesting. Well, aside from this being in the bottom, I would put this in the bottom.
Wait, does this level feel longer because there's also this in the middle of it?
There's this happening too, yeah.
Right, I didn't think about this.
Act 2 is pretty long. Act 2 is decently long too, so... And that doesn't have this.
I guess. Right. So when you replay these levels, do you ever sometimes go, oh, I kind of wish this bit wasn't here? Like, do you ever just go, I just want to do, like, Sunset Heights without the radical highway
Oh yeah,
shot?
like if you can select like regular or Doom Wings, there should be a way to like select also not that last part.
Yeah.
Right.
I
pretty
think
tolerant of it
because
now.
since these
Ask
are
me in a year.
because since these parts are like right in the, like they're not at the end of the level, they're like in the middle, and then you jump back and then you still play a chunk of the level. I think it's harder for them to like completely remove it from the from the level, but it's like it would have been nice to have that option.
I mean, some of them don't. Okay, so we've seen this twice now. We saw it in Space Colony Arc.
3 times.
Yeah. Right. So no, twice before. Is what
twice
I meant.
before.
So this is the third time. Yeah. So right, it's real, but there's not like in Space Colony Arc. You run down a hallway after you're back. It's over. Like you don't really need it there.
True.
And then Rail Canyon.
Rail Canyon, you pick right back up where you left off. That might be the case here too.
Yeah. Like, I feel like they could. It's not that hard. Oh man, it's like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
I'm gonna tell you guys something. Like, I did
Knuckles
not hit Doomsday the first time I played this level. I just kept going.
That's how you
Yeah.
knew. Oh, I see.
That's what happened to me too.
Hey!
And right, here it's just, you're at the end. Like, it's literally
It's just
the
like
end.
horses.
Yeah.
And this is how Sonic runs into me.
And there's another shadow at the end there.
Oh man.
Yeah, and that's how there's 2 shadows and when you
What
play a
if it
shadow
isn't
in the main
another
game.
shadow? I love Burnout 3.
I mean, it's good taste, honestly.
Alright, Madden's football series, anything with street fighting. I wonder what game that is. And Burnout 3.
Oh, he's an SNK fan. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Just doing my little are there NPCs to talk to sweet.
here.
there's no. I need to talk to a friend.
We.
It's raining now. See, they switched it up.
I like it.
Right? Does it
Let's
rain
see
at
it.
all in Forces?
It might have at some point, but at least it never felt
They
like
didn't
it
have the budget
had
for
an
it.
effect, Yeah.
They didn't have the budget for rain.
Sonic Arc had the budget for rain.
I know.
Well, the PC version had budget for rain.
Sonic R is longer than Sonic Forces, believe it or not.
Right.
Don't look it up.
I can't
Okay.
tell if that's real or not. That probably says something on its own.
I mean, if you include multiplayer, that you probably have more time.
Well, I mean, if you do
although
everything in
Sonic
Sonic...
Forces does have all those challenges, those daily challenges.
God.
that have-
SOS missions, episode Shadow, Red Star rings, Moon Star rings, numbers.
10,000 rings. 10,000 ring achievement.
Oh, David, how's that going for you? I haven't seen you work on that in a minute.
I know, right? Maybe that could be a Patreon exclusive.
I just can't help but notice you haven't fully 3-badged every species of custom character yet. For
No, I
one,
haven't.
Gold medaled.
Wait, if I don't remember the last time I played Forces.
I do.
Oh, okay. When was it? Are you looking at my profile?
No, I just remember every single time you open that game at like 3 a.m.
That's usually when it is. It's at 3 a.m. Oh, you're
That
just
is,
gently popping
that is me with Sonic. That is me with Sonic 4. Like on random occasions, I open up my Steam. I just kind of like stare at it blankly for a moment, and then I'll click Sonic 4.
Right.
Right, and then
But
you
what
go.
happened back there is
Missed.
he was in ball form,
Uh-huh.
and it wasn't letting me go into stomp mode, so he just kept bouncing on the boxes.
Oh.
Very sad. This is a fun stage. I like how reaction based a lot of this is, right? These little jumps you got to do on Doomster.
Right.
All the 2D sections in the Act 2s are done pretty well.
Oh,
Oh, you did it.
squeaked that one through.
Oh man, you're breaking boxes. You're learning a mechanic which you may need to use later in this game.
He gets to do the episode Shadow thing where he only attacks a whole bunch.
Oh yeah.
We like that, right?
Alright. See, Shadow never goes.
I was wondering why they didn't have an infinite boss fight, but then I realized it would literally just be a repeat of Mephiles, so it's like, okay, that's understandable. They can't have another boss fight of a whiny guy complaining at Shadow that he doesn't remember him.
Hey Shadow, remember me? He's like, I've already done this. Leave me alone.
Now, hear me out. What if they teamed up? Huh?
That would be really fun. I would like
There isn't
that.
a boss fight in these games that's, well, unless you want to count modern and classic Eggman. There isn't a boss fight in these games where two characters team up on.
Oh yeah.
You have the Phantom Ruby.
You have two shadows fighting each other. You have the Shadow from... You have classic Shadow from the manga shows up.
But he's not really, like, using the
He
word
doesn't
classic
exist,
Shadow
yeah.
implies something. It's just Shadow from yesterday.
Where are you running off to?
Oh, I'm done with
Also,
Sunset Heights.
these cutscenes confirm that the titles are diegetic. Like they actually, like they does say sunset. Like it just there's Sunset Heights just floating above that piece of land.
Alright, I guess Black Doom is like, oh, could you kill her? Thanks.
It would be really funny.
That's what I was going to say. Why does he keep bringing in Eggman robots when he has his own army? Is he stupid?
I guess he's sort of bored.
I think maybe he's limited to how many he can, because the whole plot of the game is that he's trying to use Time Eater's energy to bring back like the Black R. So maybe it's like I only have access to a few right now.
Right, and then we get back into the question of why Radical Highway and not the Doom comment. So yeah, I see.
I took a karate course. I'm an orange belt currently.
Shadow, why aren't you talking to us? Shadow, turn around and look at me.
Shadow? You look grim. Are you alright?
The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy on Cartoon Network and Hulu. Bye. Be incredibly confusing for them.
Suspicious.
Well, that's another part done, baby. See ya in the next one. Like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Oh, the button's shining again. The subscribe button.
Like the video. Subscribe to the video.